We're in the KINK Green Room with the Dimes, a Portland band. And, you know, this is the first time in the Green Room I've been able to say that. Congratulations, you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
That's awesome.
Right on. Glad to be here.
Now, there have been a lot of bands that have decided to move here and become Portland bands.
Right.
But you guys actually are a born and bred Portland band, at least some of your members.
That's,
Yes.
and we formed here, so
Absolutely.
and to a certain extent, we kind of had an initial incarnation, which was might as well have been a different band. So we kept the name and it's the same members, but we've been in Portland for a while.
So today is a very big day for you because your first full-length album comes out, The Silent Generation.
Today.
Yeah, and I got to ask, what are you going to be doing to celebrate?
Well, I think we're going to go, you all recommended a great spot for lunch, so I think we're going to take ourselves out to lunch first.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, might hit the town tonight, go see some friends.
Yeah.
For people that haven't been introduced to your music before, how would you describe it?
How would you describe
I mean,
it?
I have to say, I totally heard the Shins and this kind
Okay.
of cool historical sound to it with all the instruments that you use. Am I close to what you tell fans?
I think so. I mean, well, we tell fans that if you like sort of the Northwest sound, especially that's coming out of Portland, then you're on the right track. The Shins, Death Cab for Cutie, the Decemberists, the Long Winters, all those bands from around here, and then really for us, and probably for those bands as well, we're big fans of the Beatles.
All goes back to the Beatles
So,
for us.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pretty much
So if we're shooting for the same goals, it's no wonder we sound somewhat the same. So yeah.
It's so nice to me, the homage that you pay to the 60s, even with the equipment that you bring on the stage. Talk about that a little.
I think it's kind of been something we've progressed over time where, we'd work on songs and you'd use kind of more modern stuff and it had a good sound, but then a lot of times we'd reference older music and we'd be like, it doesn't really sound like this one song. I wonder why that is. And eventually someone would know someone who had a certain instrument that was used on that song and we'd try it out and we're like, oh, well, there the sound is.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
then suddenly it's off to eBay and we try to find one.
I notice a lot of your songs have a historical story to them. Were you a history buff or do you love history?
I do, but it's interesting. I actually just like the big events are great and definitely can teach us a lot, but I really love the day-to-day life history stuff, like trying to find out, what was it like in the 20s and 30s, just everyday stuff. I mean, I know there were big events that happened, but how'd you just get around and what did people do and what was the interest back then? And I don't know, there's just something really special about that for me. I don't know. I keep longing for it in all these different songs. I just want to be in that era.
Yeah.
So
So it's a pretty cool time in Portland right now. Did you guys locate over in the Alberta, Mississippi area?
Oh yeah.
That's where you are.
Yeah.
Very heavy music scene there right now.
Yeah.
So when you're walking down the street and you're deciding where to go for lunch, do you run into Spoon and the Decemberists and the Shins?
No.
No.
From time to
You kinda
time,
wish
from
you
time to
would.
time,
I haven't.
I find probably more other bands that are a little less well known, kind of like us, where I definitely find walking the area, we see a lot of bands that we've played with,
Oh,
Yes.
very
and that's
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
And there's a couple guitar stores on my street and kind of amp repair stores where there's kind of a nice community around the still local musicians,
Right.
and there's a big concentration of that.
So we should remind people where you're playing, especially if they get to be in Portland when they see this. Doug Fir, you said, Mississippi Studios. Where else are some of the
Yes.
venues you like?
Holocene, Burbati's, all the Portland favorites.
Yeah.
We're going to be, for the first time, we're going to be at Kelly's Olympian on Friday, which has just remodeled.
Fairly
It's supposed to
remodeled,
be
so,
very
yeah.
cool. So yeah.
Yeah.
And we're always out, especially during the summer. We're always out and about. We've done the KINK Noon Tunes twice. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah, they've been
thanks
great.
so much for spending some time with us. I wish you guys
Absolutely.
the best success.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very
You
much.
bet.